My job is pretty much the Dean of Discipline. I support students and staff with any conflicts in the classroom or outside the classroom, and I also help them find services that they might need. Then, how does how do we use technology at our job? That's a good question because that is, I think, what makes me look like I'm three people. Um, you know, being all over the building and communicating with a lot of folks around the building, parents, police officers, court, and staff and students, it becomes very difficult not to have technology. But technology helps us to communicate and be on the same page. Not everyone has the same schedule, so if I sent you an email and you went to go check it at 3 o'clock because you were out, then you would still get the message that I communicated and we would still be on the same page. So that's one example of how technology helps us so much. So without technology, things would be a big struggle. I don't know if you guys know, but it's a requirement to document the incidents that happen in a school or around Boston Public Schools, so that someone else, let's say a student starts in the 6th grade and needed some support, we document that and they can get the support in high school later on, which makes a lot of sense. Instead of us going back to their school, talking to their teachers, it's already there, and we could just read through it and see how we could best help a student. Without technology, that would be extremely difficult. We would have to waste time and go to the schools and interview the teachers. If they remember, if they don't, then the student doesn't get the service that they might need, or we might waste a lot of time looking for what's causing the student to react in a certain way in the classroom or behavior, and then they might graduate or move on, or it might be too late. So we can do work, we can do my job without technology, but it's extremely difficult to remember everything and pack everything in our minds. The other thing is, a lot of the colleagues, sometimes the staff, they'll be in a classroom, and while students are writing or doing the work, they might shoot me a quick email or a text message, and then I could support them or check in with the student later. And students are normally saying, "How did you know that? Where did you get that info from?" And it's just evidence of the technology that we use, so that we're not interrupting class, and the students don't have to leave the class, or the teachers doesn't have to leave the class. So it's helpful in that way. We use, the radio, we use our laptops, our computers, that's a desktop, but looks like a laptops and everything else to stay in communication and on the same page, because there will also be disaster. So I envision students integrating into this educational realm, a space with new technology that's going to speed up the learning process. And I think that I'd be very excited to see how technology is integrated into classrooms and how it would facilitate different disabilities and learning impairments that certain students need help on. So that should be exciting.